Well, Lacey, the compact car segment in Canada is the biggest. It accounts for 25% of all of the cars sold in the country.
And the perennial favorites over the last 10 years have been the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, and Mazda 3. But ever since 2010, there have been several products that have been introduced to make these already established vehicles take notice. The Chevy Cruze has been a big hit for General Motors. The Volkswagen Jetta, with its lower starting price, has rocketed up over 175% from last year. And the biggest winner has been the new Hyundai Elantra, which currently is the best-selling car in Canada.
Now, Lacey, of course, Ford doesn't want to be left out of this party, so that's why we have the all-new Ford Focus. It's designed at Ford's European Small Car Center of Excellence, and basically we're getting the European car imported here with very few modifications. So if you like the ride, the styling, and the handling of a European car, this might be for you.
It's becoming more and more obvious that designs that we're seeing on European cars are showing up on our shores. We still have stodgy, all-American looking products with buckets of chrome in huge proportions. Those cars will always exist, but more and more we're seeing tidy designs like this new Focus. Sold as a sedan or 5-door hatchback, the Focus fits into the traditional compact segment in terms of size.
The base model Focus is a sedan. It starts at just over $15,000. The base hatch starts at just over $18,000. Now, granted, the hatch has a few more features, but a $3,000 premium to have the car look like this seems like quite a lot. I actually personally like the look of the sedan more than the hatch, but I'm probably in the minority. And I must say, this car we have here with the optional black wheels looks fantastic.
You might remember that just recently we had the 2012 Honda Civic on the show, and the interior was awash in cheap-looking plastic materials. So the interior of this Ford Focus is very refreshing. Soft touch materials have been used extensively across the dash and doors, basically all the touch points of the car. The radio controls look similar to a TV remote control, and all of the switches, buttons, and dials are high quality. The seats, too, have plenty of adjustment, and the steering wheel tilts and telescopes. Ford's jammed the latest into this compact car with available sync connectivity and My Ford Touch computer interface. Beware, the price can jump quickly.
Now, the Ford Focus is a world car for Ford. Sold in Europe, North America, all around the world, essentially is the same vehicle. The problem with building a world car is different needs for different countries. So the backseat legroom here is a perfect example. It's kind of tight for a compact car. I've got the seat in front set for where I would typically sit. There's other cars in this class with more legroom. So what works in England, for example, might not be exactly the taste for North Americans.
One thing that really sets the Focus apart from its competition is its impressive European ride and driving dynamics. The suspension has been tuned to provide comfort, yet it handles tight corners and open highway with equal enthusiasm. Two things that help here include a new electric steering called e-Pass and torque vectoring. Unlike some vague electric steering systems, Ford's gives excellent feel to the driver for precise cornering and good on-center feel. The torque vectoring works like a limited slip differential for equal torque to both wheels. This system is nothing short of remarkable. Surprisingly, this new Ford Focus is one of my favorite cars to drive in this class because it just does everything so well. Now, despite being very maneuverable, I did notice that there is a little bit of a blind spot over my left shoulder, so it makes parking a little difficult.
The Ford Focus has a brand new 2-liter direct injection engine, and on paper, when you look at it, you go, wow, 160 horsepower. That must be amazing to drive. But in reality, it's kind of just adequate. And the main reason is it doesn't have a lot of low-end grunt. Okay, I'm in third gear, just under 2,000 RPM. I put my foot down and nothing really happens. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, especially when you add in the 6-speed dual-clutch automatic that is less than precise. Going up hills, it can feel a little lackluster. The 5-speed manual does improve things, but having recently driven the new Civic, with even its old 5-speed automatic, it feels snappier. The Focus is no longer a bargain basement sedan sold off at the end of each month to whoever will take one or relegated to fleet use. This latest model is an upscale approach to a compact car. The theory is that compact car buyers want all the same amenities as bigger cars, but in a smaller package. With features like My Ford Touch, automatic parking, a rear view camera, and push-button start, the Focus can truly be an all-in-one package for Canadian families. Now, my gripe about the engine really should be tempered because on the whole, this is an excellent car to drive. At speed, once you get the engine up and running, it really performs miraculously. We went to the launch of this vehicle and we had a feature on this car last year, carving through the canyons just north of Los Angeles. This torque vectoring system in this car works flawlessly. It handles beautifully. It has the European dynamics that a lot of people are looking for. So on the whole, it's a pretty hard package to beat if you're a driver.
So Zach, what do you like and not like about this car?
Well, as we mentioned in the main review, there's a lot to like about this new Ford Focus. For me, the styling, we mentioned that we're finally getting those great looking European designs coming to our shores. This car is head and shoulders above the old Ford Focus. The inside could even be classed as class leading soft touch materials, very well put together, and it puts some established cars like the Corolla and the Civic to shame. It drives beautifully, and the other thing is there's a lot of features, if you want to add them on, available on the Focus. Now, on the downside, these are not glaring problems with the Ford Focus. The 2-liter I would call adequate. Most people will be fine with it. I find it a little bit lacking in low-end grunt. When you add that into the new double-clutch 6-speed, it doesn't shift as precisely as I would like. I find it kind of frustrating. The manual is better. And the price, Lacey, you get one of these cars and you add on all the toys that are available, look out. You're well over 25 grand. Can get expensive. What do you like and not like?
Well, you know what, Zach, I agree with you on a lot of the things that you liked about this car. The styling, both inside and out, is leaps and bounds over the one that it's replacing. The interior is very comfortable and it's quiet, especially on the highway. The electric power steering system, that e-Pass, is a delight to drive, especially when you compare it to some of the other products that are out there. I really like the look of the hatch over the sedan, but it takes me to the downside. I don't really know if the extra $3,000 is worth it for the hatch, even though you do get a few extra items there. And you know what, the same as Zach, I feel like I'm almost being nitpicky here, but a small thing, again, I don't really like the legroom in the back, and that's really about it. I mean, overall, I'm surprised to say this is one of my favorite cars in this class.
And you know what, we're seeing a theme here. Car after car from Ford, we seem to like them a lot.
See Ford's entire lineup on our website. Visit us 24 hours a day at drivingtelevision.com.